Tell me a little bit about what it means to have a poster made in your honor.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, great time of day just to be in the same breath as these great players, and they're all great players, and it's an honor to be able to come out and sign and give back to the fans that came over and watched us play.
That's good. What are kind of some general memories you have of playing in Tennessee in the '60s?
Well, back then, we didn't have near as big a crowd. We had about 68,000. I think the stadium held. You never could get a seat or ticket. But playing with the guys and all the special friends and teammates you had, and playing in the Southeastern Conference and playing against Alabama, the likes of Alabama and Ole Miss, and which was great games, and just running through the tee. That was a special moment, and you always remember that. You remember the first time you run through, and you remember the last time.
Okay, good. And you were known as a passing quarterback, weren't you, in your day? How did you develop into a passer back in those days when not a lot of people threw? I guess they did in the pros, maybe. But
yeah, well, I came up. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, and I played both ways. I played quarterback and linebacker, and I always had a strong arm, and I really wanted to play linebacker, and I kind of ended up playing quarterback. I was redshirt in '64, and I enjoyed throwing the football. We had great receivers, and it goes back to you do what your quarterback can do. If he's a runner, then you set up a system where he can run and pass some. But I was more of a passer, and that's the way it happened.
Okay, good. And I know I've read a little bit about 1965 there. What memories do you have of that? I guess the coach's unfortunate death and beating UCLA. What kind of memories do you have of that season?
Well, that's the big thing, is losing the coaches, and then we lost two great players. And but I suppose going down to Memphis in 1965, and they wanted to, UCLA was coming in wanting to play a bunch of country bumpkins from Tennessee, and we ended up beating them. So that was really the highlight of that year. We went on to the Blue Bonnet Bowl. That was Dickey's first bowl, and then we went to two more after that. So that kind of turned things around, and we threw the ball a lot and had great teammates, and that's why everybody's so close today on those three years, 65, 6, and 7, because we played as a team. We didn't care who scored or whatever. So a lot of great memories.
Okay. And what do you think of Coach Butch Jones so far?
Well, I like Butch, and I think he's the man, and the people's got to realize that it's not going to happen overnight. We're going to take our lumps, but he's won everywhere he's been, and now he's just got to recruit enough players and more speed to play in the SEC. So, yeah,
what does it mean to have a poster named in your honor? So?
Well, it's one of those things at 59 years old, you kind of you think a lot differently, and you begin to appreciate things a lot more. About to have my first grandchild due October 1 and the second one due in December, and you start thinking about what's important. But this would be kind of neat. I've already got them both a poster.
Okay, good.
So it's exciting.
Okay, good. What kind of general memories do you have of playing at Tennessee?
The camaraderie. I watched the Archie Manning thing the other night, and they said something about if you can say you're a great teammate, and I hope I can say that. So that's probably the thing I remember most.
What was your secret to catching a football? What did you try to think about that made you be able to catch it almost every time it was thrown to you?
Well, concentration. For some reason, early on, I had the ability just to see one thing. Now, that's a good thing, that's a bad thing. All I saw was the ball. I couldn't tell you if a defensive back was close or anything like that. The guys nowadays are a lot more, versatile and a lot more yards after catch type thing, but in my opinion, still the most important thing is concentration and catching the ball.
Right, that's good. Okay. And what all are you doing these days?
Well, I've been in Knoxville area ever since. Right now, I've got a couple partners, and we're in the trash business. We've got a couple construction waste landfills, open top containers, portable toilets, and everything goes along with that. And we work very hard and just love the community.